Hi, and welcome back to CoshoctonCountySports.com's Sports Zone Sports Show. We're talking to our other area volleyball coach, Dan Smith from the Ridgewood Generals. Division III, their sectional tournament's going to be coming up at Claymont, and we'll talk a little bit about that sectional tournament coming up. But first, Coach, if you could give our viewers an idea of how the season's been going for you guys. I know that you've been doing pretty well in the IVC.
Yeah, for the most part. We've struggled here and there a little bit, but got great kids. The kids have been working hard. They're a fun group, and for the most part, they've done pretty well.
Now, looking at the sectional tournament, your first game is going to be Wednesday, October 21st. That's a 6 o'clock game against Indian Valley, the 3-4 matchup in the sectional tournament. What are the expectations for your group as we head into the postseason, and do you think that Indian Valley will present a real big challenge for your Generals?
Well, we played Indian Valley yesterday and in a triangular with Dover, and we did win yesterday, but I think it'll be a lot tougher match with the sectional environment, neutral site, all those kinds of things. So.
And then if you win, you'll move on to play the winner of Sandy Valley Garaway. We were talking a little bit about that. 2-0 against Garaway throughout the course of the season. 1 loss against Sandy Valley with that game coming up on Tuesday, the second match against the Cardinals. How does that sort of help your team to know that the opponent you might face in the second round of the sectional tournament is coming up before the tournament even starts?
Well, it has somebody you have seen, we have tape on, stuff like that. We have a pretty good idea of what their capabilities are, but Sandy Valley's a vastly improved team. Garaway's a much better team than their record implies, so either one of them would be a really tough opponent.
Again, we're here with Ridgewood volleyball coach Dan Smith. And, Coach, you're in this sectional tournament. Tusky Valley probably won't meet them until a little bit further on, but there's no doubt this is a pretty tough sectional tournament. And so what are the expectations for your group? And really, what do the Generals need to do to make it out of the sectional and onto the district, maybe even further?
For us, the best part would be consistency. You know, we have our up and down moments, and if we can pass well and continue to play our 3 hits and our contacts, we'll be fine. But we have a little bit of inconsistency, so if we can just kind of put things together and start playing with a little bit more intensity, things like that, just the new environment, second season, and, you know, the kids will be nervous because it is tournament, it's all that kind of stuff because there's no tomorrow, but I think it's, you know, the opportunity to have a fun experience for them.
Who are the girls that throughout the course of the season have stepped up, become leaders, and are the girls that you hope will lead you further on in the sectional, maybe even into the district?
Well, my 2 senior captains have done a wonderful job lately, Maggie Nagel and Kim Michael, and both of them have pretty much stepped it up quite a bit. We have a sophomore, Kayla Tedrick, who's done a real nice, solid job all year. Let's see, Victoria Wiggins is a freshman, Jordan Vea, Jessica Castleline, Lindsay Pigman, those are all the primary starters. Lacey Berry is a libero, so those are the ones that we're looking to.
2 senior captains, that's obviously a pretty good thing. Are you going to miss these 2 girls when the season's all said and done?
Very much so. They're really dedicated. They've played JO through their whole career, and that's just what the kind of kids you want. They're good leaders, are both on and off the court, and they both come from great families, and that's one of our pluses this year. We've had great parental support. The parents have been outstanding.
Now, Coach, no coach, I think, will admit that heading into the postseason, especially the way that we have it here in Ohio, where you have a whole week before you head into that postseason, that they are all ready to go, 100% set, ready to go. In these next couple of days, especially with this match coming up on Tuesday against Sandy Valley, you talked a little bit about consistency. Is there anything else that Ridgewood really needs to work on, maybe in terms of fundamentals of the game, to get ready for the sectional tournament upcoming?
Well, it's just putting things together and then just working and getting rid of some of those kinks and bugs. We've always had sort of nagging injuries, somebody's, health issues like colds and flus and stuff. So hopefully everybody completely healthy and well and ready to play, basically.
All right, again, that was Ridgewood volleyball coach Dan Smith. Coach, anything you want to add for us?
No, I appreciate the opportunity to talk.
Thank you very much for stopping by. Again, that was Ridgewood volleyball coach Dan Smith. Stay tuned. We've got Riverview Cross Country coming up right here on the CoshoctonCountySports.com Sports Zone Sports Show. Welcome back to CoshoctonCountySports.com Sports Zone Sports Show. We're joined by the last of our 2 area cross-country coaches, Riverview head coach Mike Gray. He wasn't able to get on the show earlier, but we said we were going to get him on, so here he is. Coach, thank you very much for joining us. We got the sectional draw out here. You guys are going to be going up against some schools you've seen throughout the course of the season. How are you feeling right now as you're getting ready to approach tournament time?
Well, right now we're sitting about where we need to be as far as our conditioning goes. And at the end of the year, we start to taper off and work on our speed, and we're starting to do that right now. We've got first week of doing that. And going into the district meet. I'm really confident. Our girls are we're the 9th seed, and the boys are, they'll be in the top 4. So, we're sitting right where we need to be.
Taking a look at that district draw, you're going to be in a race, the second race on October 24th at Cambridge, St. Clairsville, Harrison Central, Claymont, Philly, Cambridge, just a few of the schools you're going to be going up against. We were talking before we got on camera that you have seen every single one of these teams throughout the course of the season. Does that give you a bit of an advantage, or does that almost kind of lead to complacency because you guys have seen them throughout the year?
Well, it gives us an advantage because we have seen 21 out of the 22 teams that are in our district are both the boys and the girls. The girls will be they were in 9th seed, like I said. They'll be running in the B race at 2:35 on October 24th. Boys will be running at 4:15, I believe the starting time is, on October 24th. And the top 4 then get to move on to the regional meet, and then the top 16 individuals will move on from there. So
that's the top 4 per race?
Top 4 teams per race.
Okay.
And then the boys have 22 teams in their race. The girls have, I believe it's 12, I think, 11 or 12 in each one of their races. So boys have a little tougher situation to get out of because there's going to be 22 teams out, and we get 4 out there. For the girls, there's 12 teams, and they get 4 out in each one of those races. So
it seems that the formatting, because it's so different, might be a little confusing to some. Do you find it hard as a head coach to remember what goes on in the postseason, the difference between boys and girls?
Well, sometimes, because every 2 years it's different. The reason there's so many teams in the boys' race is 2 years ago when it went to the line, you have to have 5 individuals to be a team. Mm-hmm. And when that happened, there were like 5 teams that didn't have a full team, so they didn't get to split our district. So this year, they're going to count it again, and hopefully we'll get the boys to get to split their district the following year.
Again, the district meet's going to be coming up October 24th. Let's run down some of the guys and some of the girls that you hope will lead the Black Bears on to the next level. I know that we've got 2 of them. We'll be talking to the 2 boys coming up in just a few moments, Jake Stevens and Stephen Hammond. What can you say about these 2 and the job that they've done this season?
They've worked really hard, and they've done a great job of leading the boys practices and at the meets. And, I don't have to do a whole lot as far as getting them to do things that I want them to do because this is their 4th year of doing, having me as a coach, and they just taking the initiative to lead the team, which is it's a good thing.
What about the other guys? Are there some other names on the boys team that we should watch?
Yeah, I just want to mention the other seniors on the team. We have Dan Ott, Zach Mills, and Blaine Cox. They're the other 3 seniors on the team, and they've done a good job with our program.
And then the girls team, again, seated 9th in that district meet. We've got a representative from the team, Bree Stevens, we'll be talking to just a few moments. What has Bree done throughout the course of the season, and what do you think of her as a performer? Bree has done really well. She's knocked at least a minute and a half off of her time from last year. Wow. She's running in the 1940s, which is outstanding. She'll be one of the top runners in the district and one of the top runners in the regional, and we expect her to get to the state meet. So she will do pretty well. And then how's the supporting cast behind Bree? How have they been doing this year? Bree's done a great job as far as leading the team also. She's been in it for 4 years, and, the girls, as a team this year, the girls, this is probably the most independent they've been. We used to really have to keep an eye on making sure they were doing their workouts and things like that. And this group of seniors has really led them that, the other day we did 300s on the track, and we let them pretty much do their own workout by themselves, and that's just the kind of leadership that the seniors have. The other seniors that are on that team are Flo Amigo, Kenzie Manns, Taylor Gibson, and Katie Worthington. All right, again, we've got that district meet coming up October 24th. What are the expectations for this group? Do you think, as a coach, that both the boys and the girls team are going to be moving on to the next level? I definitely believe the boys and the girls have a good shot of moving on to the regional meet. From there, we expect a lot out of our boys team. We have a good shot of getting the boys team to the state meet. We have bring our number 5 runner along a little bit, but they've been coming and working hard, so hopefully that'll happen. And, the girls get there. To the regional meet, you never know what's going to happen. So, we have had a little bit of tradition in cross country at Riverview, so we hope to continue that on. Again, the district meet coming up in 2 weeks. Coach, is there anything else you want to add? I just want to say good luck to all the
Coshocton County teams as they move on to their state tournament play and things, and just hope that everybody has fun doing it.
Well, we here at Coshocton County Sports want to say the same thing to you. Good luck to you, Coach, in the district meet. We'll keep an eye on the Riverview boys and girls cross-country teams for you right here on CCS. Coming up, we'll be joined by 3 of the athletes that hope to lead Riverview to the regional. It's all coming up right here on the CoshoctonCountySports.com Sports Zone Sports Show.